Hey cooking phenomenal friends, big up on yourself and welcome to another recipe. Alright, so today I have a banging recipe for you as usual. And guys, before I go any further, remember to watch the ads. Do not skip the ads. Make sure if you did not click that notification bell, just click that notification bell so as soon as I post, you are the first one on my channel. Okay, alright, let's go ahead. And if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button below. It's right down there. So let's go ahead and begin with this recipe. All right, here I have all of my ingredients right here. I have my carrot, my Irish potato, my onion, my okra, and my garlic. My sweet peppers right here, and my thyme, my scallion, and my scotchy. I have my scotch bonnet. It looks like this because it's soft. I put it in the freezer because I don't want them to spoil. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to light my stove. Once I light it, I'm going to start to do my preparations. I'm doing curry steamed fish today. Yes, guys, I'm doing curry steamed fish. But I'm going to do it with my coconut milk. I'm going to be doing curry steamed fish with my coconut milk. All right, so let us begin. The first thing that I want to do is I'm gonna start to saute my curry. I was gonna do it a different way for you because for me, I like to make sure that everything that I do is my seasoning part. All right, so for the first thing for me is I'm gonna be taking out I'm going to be using my coconut, my organic coconut oil today for this recipe. So I'm going to be putting this in the pot to make sure that I'm putting enough to make sure I can burn my curry. Because you know how I do it. I like to burn my curry at all times. Alright? Okay, so once that is getting itself together, I am going to be doing the other step to my recipe. Okay, I'm making sure that I melt this oil. You can use any oil that you want. I'm using this oil. You don't have to use coconut milk. I am using it in mine because I like it, but try my recipe because it's the best one, right guys? All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna be melting this butter, not butter, this oil. Burp. Let's burp that one out. All right, okay, so let's go ahead now. Other thing that I'm going to be doing is I have my thing already melted. I'm going to be adding my curry powder. Let me get a different spoon. I always use my measurement. I'm going to be using 2 spoons of this curry powder. Guys, this is so strong, and I'm going to be spreading it right there. Because we're getting that curry burned. Okay, I'm gonna get this curry burned to add whatever else it is. I don't like my curry to be burned too dark, but for this it's gonna be probably a little bit darker because I'm gonna saute my seasonings in the oil. Okay, all right, so once I get my curry burned, I'm gonna go ahead and recover this curry powder right here and get it out of my way. First step I'm gonna be doing, I burn my curry with my garlic. And if it is something else, sometimes I will add my ginger as well, right? So I'm gonna be burning with my garlic, the aroma, so you burn it with the garlic. Then I'm gonna be adding my onions. Because we're sauteing these babies today. Guys, I like when my onions are big in my pan. So it brings out more for me. I like to see it. Let's go ahead and add the rest of my onions inside of. We don't want to burn it. I'm gonna put my stove on low heat because I don't want my curry to be too dark and to be too burned. All right, so let's saute this As you can see, I'm not using any tomato in my meal because I don't use tomato in my curry. Depends on what you're cooking. Alright, I'm adding my sweet peppers to the pot. Let's add these babies up. Once I add these, I'm gonna go ahead and I've already washed and cleaned these for before, so do not worry, they are clean. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna be adding the rest of my sweet pepper. Let me take this out of my way. Alright, I'm gonna be adding my sweet peppers. Let me use my 2 hands so I can go a little faster for you. Adding the rest of my sweet peppers. So I have the red, the green, and the orange for flavor and for presentation. Alright, once I do that, I'm going to mix it around. Make sure that they're sauteed in the pan. And remember that we're going to cook these down. So even if they're not sauteed or we want them, they are still going to be kicking up with all the flavors. Right? Okay. You should be here to smell this pot. It smells so good. Alright, so for the next part that we're going to be doing is, let me bring this over right here. Let me bring my fish a little closer to you because I'm going to be seasoning. So these babies has been washed and cleaned and ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to be using my Old Bay. You can use whatever you want. You can use whatever all-purpose, whatever fish seasoning you have. I'm using a spoonful of this. Then I'm going to be using not a full teaspoon, but a little half a spoon less. And that for my black pepper. And I have another fish seasoning right here that I'm also going to be using. I don't know, it's just called fish seasoning, guys. I'm going to be using one of that. So I'm using a tablespoon each. If you notice, when I'm cooking, most of the time I use a tablespoon each on my recipe because I'm not cooking a lot. Alright? So I'm going to be using this all-purpose as well. Grace all-purpose, 1 teaspoon. It has everything in it, you can see it. And let me mix it up. But before I even go any further, let me open my coconut milk. You can use any coconut milk. This is the one that we can get. I don't like to buy the other ones in the supermarket. When I buy them and bring them home, they are spoiled. I'm talking about the ones in the shell. Okay? I'm just going to have to break it there and then I do what I have to do. But for now, we're using this one. And I'm going to use my Grace, but I'm using this one for today. Okay, you know, we can't live with Jamaican products, not true? Alright, so let's go ahead and cut this right through. Because we're going to add this and we want it to come to a little boil before we do anything else. Alright? Let me get something right here. Okay guys, so here we have our coconut milk. I shake it up. I'm making sure I mix with all the lumps, all of it. Right? I have my gloves on because I want to make sure that I don't get my hands too raw. Alright, so we're going to pour this in. This is amazing. Alright, so let's pour that in. I'm using all of it because it's 2 fish and it's not a lot and I don't want to use any water. Alright. So once we're getting this to come to a boil, we're going to be seasoning our fish. Let me season the fish and get it up together. But before I do anything else, I want to make sure I mix these up properly and so on. Alright. Okay, so we're going to take the first one. These were cleaned and washed, as I stated, with some vinegar. And I'm going to be basting these inside the middle because we want our fish to have taste, alright? And we're going to be basting the outside of this one. and here, and let's lay it down flat. As you can see, our fish is coming on with our milk boiling up. It's boiling up, guys. It's boiling up. Alright, so I'm gonna be adding this. Make sure that I season my fish properly. What's your favorite part of the fish? When I was smaller, I used to love the tail. If my mother cooked the fish and I do not get that tail, it will be trouble. I'll be crying. I would not be eating the head. And now that I'm grown, my favorite part is the head. My husband don't eat the head, so whenever he eats, I eat his fish head. Can you imagine that part, right? Alright, then we have our food coming up. Let's clean this gloves. Let's clean this gloves. Let's clean this gloves. So I want to shout out all of my subscribers. I want to welcome all of the new ones to my channel. Guys, make sure you watch the ads. Make sure you watch the ads. Don't forget that part, okay? So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to be adding my Irish potato because I want these. I'm going to be throwing this, the remainder of my seasoning, inside of my dish. Because remember, we still have to make sure that we get taste and flavoring from our food as well, because seasoning is everything. Alright, so after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be adding my Irish potato. This is optional, you don't have to add this. You can also add your chocho if you want to in your curry fish. That is good with it too. Very nice. And I'm going to be adding, I don't want my okras to be too crunchy, so let me add my fish first on the top of this. Ooh, I love this. And then we turn them head and tail. Alright? Head and tail. Right there. Right there. Let me get my other spoon. I'm trying to make sure that I use my softer spoons because I don't want my containers. Guys, look at that. This is our curry fish is coming right on. Right on. It's gonna be so delicious. So delicious. But you know, everything I do and cook is delicious, right? So let's get this baby on. So I'm gonna go ahead now and let me add my okras. I'm gonna add my okras in. I'm putting them in order today. I'm not gonna be cutting them small. Right in. So for me, I call this my curry steamed fish. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like we're still steaming our fish still, and so on and so forth. Let's add the okra. Once we add the okra, we're gonna go ahead. And if you notice, we haven't added any salt in our pan. Alright, I'm gonna be adding my pimento seeds. Just a few to give it some flavor and kick it up. Right? Oops. There we go, trying to spill everything over. Once we've done that, let me add my thyme and my scallion. I'm not gonna be cutting them small today. I'm gonna be putting them just like this in here. Then I'm gonna be adding my carrot on top and all over. You're gonna be loving this dish so badly. You're gonna tell me exactly how you like it, okay? And last but not least, my pepper, my scotchy. Well, that nice scotchy right here. And we're gonna allow this to take its time, and make sure that you turn your stove down at all times. Not too high, guys, because we do not want the fish to be cooked on the outside and not cooked on the inside. Alright, so let's leave this for a minute to simmer down, and then we will see our finished touch. Okay guys, so within a few minutes, at least 10 or so minutes, we're gonna be turning these babies over. Normally I would not turn my fish, but I want to make sure that each side is cooked properly. I'm gonna get my spatula and I'm gonna turn these fish over to make sure that they are cooked on each side. All right, guys, I'm right-handed, so bear with me. I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna turn it over. Remember, you're dealing with fish, so you have to be very gentle. All right, look at that. And then we're gonna turn this one over too, to make sure that they are good on each side. And then we're gonna allow the other side to be done as well. All right, and then remember, just turn your stove down as low as you can and make sure that we get this part good and okay. All right, so let's cover this back and wait and put our stove on medium low heat, and then when we come back we will see exactly what our curry steamed fish looks like. Remember, guys, if you have not subscribed to Cooking Phenomenal, go ahead and do so now and click the notification bell, click all, and make sure that you get all of my recipes. All right, so make sure you do that part for me. Okay, welcome back, guys. This is our curry steamed fish. We cannot get it any better than this right here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plate him out, and once I plate it out, we're gonna see exactly what our curry steam, I call it curry steam fish. Okay, big up on yourself. Thank you guys for supporting. Big up my new subscribers, guys. Make sure you watch all the ads and everything. Big up on yourself, and I will see you soon on our next video. So guys, here we have our curry steam fish. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to Cooking Phenomenal for all your fun and delicious recipes. Big up on yourself, and see you on my next video. All right.